Hi guys, in this video we are going to talk about difference between async and sync functions. So let's just look at the formal definitions. So async functions returns control to the current queue right after the task has been sent to be performed on the different queue. It doesn't wait until the task is finished. It doesn't block the queue. So what does that mean? Basically, if you are calling something on an async function, it will just send it to some other queue and it will not wait till the time the task is finished. So irrespective of whether that's finished or not, it will continue doing whatever it was doing. So it won't wait for it. Now, so in this particular manner, the current execution doesn't get blocked because it's not waiting for that particular task to get completed. Whereas if we talk about the synchronous functions, so synchronous functions return control to the current queue only after the task is finished. So it blocks the queue and waits until the task is finished. So that's very simple, that if you are in a synchronous function, so till the time you allotted some task to the sync function, till the time it's not completed, it will not proceed. So it's blocked till the time the task is not completed. Now just have a look at the formal codes. Like we can have a look at the code and we can try to understand it. So this is the code which I have written. So execute async and execute sync. So what execute async does is, as I've explained, it will not wait and it should go and complete the flow. So initially we have var is equal to result equal to 0. We have applied dispatch queue.global.async, that is result is equal to 10 into 10 and print result. So according to me, according to my understanding of what I have explained right now, that async is something which will not wait for the task to get completed and will proceed to do on the execution. So over here, when you come on this print statement, it should print 0 because it's not going to wait for it to get completed and it will continue and proceed whatever it was doing. So it will just assign this task to some other queue and it will proceed whatever the code flow was, and it will proceed doing whatever it was doing previously. So similarly, if we see execute sync, let's just first run this and see what the output is. Okay, so it's 0. Reason being because this particular line of state is going to be performed later on. So if I just add a print statement over here, let's say print result, and then we run it. So what we can see is 0 is printing first and then 100 is being printed. So in this particular scenario, when we have allotted the task to the async queue, so that particular task, irrespective of whether that has happened or not, we continued with our flow and we printed the result. The result wasn't updated till that time. That is why we printed 0. But now when this particular thing got completed and we printed it, we print the result as 100. Reason being because that particular execution, this particular block of code happened at a later point of time. Now let's just try let's just try to understand what sync does. So what sync does, it will wait till the time this task is not completed. Once it's completed, it will continue with the flow. So if we try to run this particular code again, okay, it's commented. We have to uncomment and then only you can see the results. So if you see, it's printing 100. Reason being, it first waited for it to get completed, then it went ahead and printed it. So that is what sync does. If I just put a print statement over here, if I just do print result, and if I just go ahead and execute the code, so first it will print . So yeah, you can see it's printing 100 two times. So let's say if I just print my name so that you can differentiate which 100 is being printed first. My name, or just we can write first print statement, or maybe we can write hello world. That's pretty simple. So identify and just remove this, and if we run the code now, what we see is first hello world is getting printed. What does it mean? That particular task, that particular line of code is being executed first because it's in sync mode. Till the time it's not completed, it won't go further. Similarly, what precautions like what precautions we should be taking. If you are on the main thread and if you call dispatch queue.main.sync, so that's a kind of a deadlock thing because you are already in the main thread, and if you call dispatch queue.main.sync, it will wait for this particular block of code to get completed, then to come back, but you are already on that particular thread and you waited for it to complete and then to come back, so it's paused. So that's a deadlock kind of a thing. So that is why you should avoid calling a dispatch.main.sync, dispatch queue.main.sync in when you are in the main thread. So that is all. Thank you for listening.